Alright, let's get started on part 2 of this duck house. I didn't really like the format how I did this yesterday, where I didn't really address the camera much. So on the second part, I'm actually going to talk about what I'm doing as I do it. I just like that better. I think the viewers like that better as well. We'll see. So I got some different hinges. Let's see if these work. We'll get these on right now. It is much cooler out today than it was yesterday. It's still nice, but it's pretty chilly. Stop, Blue. Hey, I'll just finish these corner cuts and see if my theory is true that the door will be lined up correctly, doing it this way. We have a working door. That wasn't so bad. I've also got a little latch for it. Stuff would have been a lot easier to put on probably after I painted it, but whatever. Not bad. Now for the back door. All this work to make a bow tie. The duck house was just a side effect of making it. Haha. Now I just gotta cut out that back door. This time I can cut it all the way through because I'm gonna cut the top edge, put my hinges on, and then I can cut the rest out.
You feel the wind. I like the house.
You do?
Yeah. Are you gonna buy paint and go to the store?
I already have some. Grammy has some paint for me.
What? Really? What do you have for paint?
Yep.
That's not right, huh? What do you want me to have for paint? That's not right, Gary.
Hey, we'll throw some hardware on.
Huh?
I probably should have got 2 of these and put one on each end, but I'm just going to use one right in the middle.
And what's that?
This is the latch.
What's a wax?
The latch keeps it shut.
So nothing can get in it because that.
Nothing gets in, nothing gets out.
What? So the dust can't get out?
That's right, not when the door's shut. Latched.
Then I'm not gonna come here and open the door. Hard the
The screws are a little bit longer than the plywood is thick. So these bottom screws off the back off a little bit when I put it on because there's wood in the way.
So why do you say?
I'm talking to the camera because I'm making a video.
Mommy's ready?
You guys all going?
Parker doesn't want to, so I do.
Daddy, are you still walking on there?
think you should go for a ride, Parker.
Come on. Blue.
Voila, we have a back door. Hey, I'll get this mounted up. You won't be able to see this part until I turn the camera around. Why?
Hey Jackson. Oh, I thought he was home, and then I didn't know.
Oh.
So it looks good. You got the hinges, so it looks good.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Yep. Oh, okay. All right. Nice. That'll make it so much easier to clean. We never had that on ours, and I had to clean from the door. It was a pain. Good. Yeah, so I lost my internet.
Ours has been in and out all the time.
Even on my phone though, I was trying to do a Michael's order because she was picking up, and I got almost through it. Had to have her email because she's picking it up, and I was waiting, and it died, and I'm like, okay, and it didn't hold the order, and then I tried to do it on my phone using the data, the AT&T, and it wouldn't do it. She finally got it through hers, but I was like, I don't know what's wrong with our internet. But you've had problems since they redid the new stuff.
Yeah. Take you around and show you the back door. It's all on. So it works nicely. Be all kinds of room here. Be really easy to clean up. I'm gonna add some of these 3x2s or 2x3s just to the back side of the door, just to add some structure so it doesn't warp. I originally was going to like trim around all the doors, but I'm not gonna do that. That's going too far for this. Same thing with this. I might add some cross on the back, but do nothing on the front. I am gonna take a lunch break because I am suddenly very hungry and get back at this, get the roof going. Now you might wonder why I put this extra support under here. And the reason is I hate cutting plywood. Even with a table saw with one person, it's kind of tricky to do. So this extra thing is just kind of an extra hand so that it's a little bit less dramatic when I make the final cut through. So it doesn't like crash and bind the saw. It helps. One side done, one side to go. All right, it's looking pretty good. Now let's get some shingles on this roof. At this point, I really should be putting on like drip edge, but I don't have any, so we're gonna skip that part. What I do have are some shingles from a project I did before. And the roof is all shingled on the duck hut. It came out pretty good. I might want to put a little silicone or something over these nails, but I probably won't. It's not a big deal. Not having the drip edge did mess me up a little bit. You can see how you can see wood right here. But, I mean, it is a duck house. So now, need to get some trim on it and some paint. Then it's just a matter of wiring it up, plumbing, and installing the internet, and we'll be good. One of the coolest parts of this whole project has been that I'm only using stuff that we had kicking around on the property. The only things I bought was the hardware. Everything else is stuff we had here. And I just went and looked in one of my piles of scrap lumber, and I had held on to some ripped pieces of pre-primed trim, finger jointed trim, and this would be perfect for some corner boards on this little duck house here. Glad I held on to them. So I'm gonna get started on doing that. Let's get that going. Hey babe.
How's it going?
Good.
Wow, looks good.
Thanks. Think the ducks are gonna be okay with it? I think they're gonna snub their nose.
I think they'll be pretty happy. Leave those birds alone. This is nope.
All that's left really is install a little bit of trim, paint it, electrical, plumbing, and internet. You ready?
Has he been staying out here with you?
What's that?
Has he been staying out here with you?
No. I thought he was with you guys.
Huh?
I thought he was with you guys.
Blue?
Yeah.
Well, he just came into your mom's. I say, come on, Parker, we're going. Grammy, can I stay since I just got here? I heard she came looking for him.
Yeah.
He asked her if he could stay with her instead of going with me, and she was painting. So she said no, and then she started feeling bad because she knew he didn't want to go. So she thought he stayed with you. I was like, no, he went with us. You ready, Queen?
I think it looks pretty good. I think it's ready to get some paint on it. I could do more trim, but I think I've already done too much. So let's get started on paint. Now what I'm going to do is paint all the trim first and then the body, which is the opposite of how people normally do it, but I like cutting in the actual sheathing to the trim rather than the trim to the sheathing. It's just a personal preference of mine. Got some interior white paint. It'll do just fine. Probably gonna do two quick coats on the trim. Call it done. Maybe when I'm done painting, I'll let the video just run so you can watch it dry. I hear it's pretty exciting these days. Not a lot going on with people social distancing and everything. So if you get the opportunity to watch paint dry, that could be like the highlight of your day. The first coat of trim paint is on. Say it's looking all right. Pretty happy with it. I'm gonna slap one more coat right on that really quick, and then we will get the color on. All right, the trim all has two quick coats of white paint on it. It's probably still a little bit tacky, but I'm running out of daylight here. Now is my favorite part. I get to put the color on. So it's kind of like some sort of apple color, something my mother had kicking around, told me I could have it. Don't be too jealous of my glittery bucket that I stole from my wife. Dad, if you're able to see this, I want to thank you for your unknowingly donating this plywood to this build. I stole your plywood. My father, while I started this build yesterday, was going through triple bypass open heart surgery. So his project was a nice way to kind of take my mind off it a little bit while he was going through that. And the surgery was successful. He's in a ton of pain right now. I think he might still be in the ICU, or he might have been moved to a room. But I'm hoping that he has a chance to watch this while he's in the hospital. It'll give him something to do. But I just want to say that I love you, Dad. And the reason I know how to do so many different things, like work on cars or build anything or whatever, is all because of my father. So just want to say that, acknowledge him, hope he's able to see this. Love you. You're my hero. Let's get going. Put some color on. I'm liking this color. It is done, and I am absolutely freezing. It is really cooling off out here. So I am just gonna wrap this video up, but you can see it came out all right. Not bad. Could have used another coat of paint on the red, but it gives a little bit of a rustic look, I guess. I could always paint it again if I want to. It's definitely pretty blotchy. It's only one coat. I wanted to put the ducks in this video so you could see them. So I am going to go show you the ducks because I'm not going to put them in this tonight. I just don't have time. It's getting late. And like I said, I am freaking cold. These are my ducks. Say hi. I put them outside today in their cage just to get them used to it, used to the fresh air. I ended up bringing their light out just to make sure that they didn't get cold, but they seem pretty good right now. I am going to make my daughter clean their cage for the last time, and then tomorrow they will go out to the duck house. I'll put a pen around it for them. But, yep, they will be in the house for one more night. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this.